Okay, so then I would go 4 times 5, and that would get me to 20. Okay, so right now in my head I'm going 40 plus 20 is 60, so I need to try and get to 8 more. So 4 times, what is 8? 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, so then if I would add these numbers up here, okay, I would get a, oh man, my computer's just having a lot. Okay, so I would get 68. Okay, so then I know that that's what I was supposed to get. Okay, and then to get my actual answer for my division problem, I just have to add these numbers up in the middle. So 10 plus 5 plus 2 is 17. Okay, so I know that how many groups of 4 can you have? Make 17 groups of 4. Okay, now they want you to think of 68 as 40 plus 28. So they basically broke 68 down. Okay, so I'm going to move this over. Hopefully you had it in a better spot. Okay, so they want me to make, so I'm going to break 40 up and I'm going to break 28 up. So I'm going to come over here and make an array, that like what I did up here. So let me just think, what did I... Okay, so now I know that 4 times 17 equals 68, and that's how many total squares. So I'm going to make a 4 by 17. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. Alright, and then I'm going to put up here, I'm going to put a 4 on this side, and I'm going to break this 17 into 10 and 7 to make it even easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of shade the different colors so you can kind of see what I'm working with here. Okay, so 4 times 10 is 40. Oh man. Okay, and then 4 times 7 is 28. Okay, so 40 plus 28. So I'm going to come down here in the distributive property. So they want you to go 40 divided by 4. And then when I figured out 4 times 7, and they want you to do 28 divided by 4. Okay, 40 divided by 4 is 10. And then 28 divided by 4 is 7, so 10 plus 7 is 17. So you can do it 2 different ways. So just kind of recap what I did here. Is that first of all, I had to figure out 4 times what was 68 to figure out 68 divided by 4. And after doing that, I got to 17. Then I double checked my work by using the distributive property by coming over here and making myself a 4 by 17, because 4 times 17 is 68. Okay, then I broke that 17 up into 10 and 7 so I could easily figure out what was inside each of those boxes or how much. Okay, then I used that information over here and put it into the distributive property to make sense. So I took 40 and divided that by 4. Then I did 28 and I divided that by 4. So I'm taking pieces of 68 here. Then once I got those 2 answers, I added them up, and that was 17. Okay, let's go to the next page. A lot of explaining to do. Explain how each small rectangle models a quotient and a product, so mean answer in step C. Okay, so the first rectangle models the product 3 times 20. equals 60. Okay, 3 times 20 equals 60. So this one was when we were talking about up here. So 3 times 20 equals 60. Okay. So because of the inverse relationship between multiplication and division, it also means division. So I'm just going to put, I used multiplication to find the division answer. So I knew what 60 divided by 3 was. That was 20. Okay, then the smaller rectangle models 3 times 3 equals 9, and 9 divided by 3 was 3. So if you want to shorten that up a little bit, you're more than welcome to. Alright, number 2, compare your answers in step A to the final answers in step C. So coming back here, we're comparing the answer step A to the answer in step E. Alright, step A to step C. Okay, so they are the same. So this shows us that we can get the same quotient by breaking up the dividend into parts. Okay. Alright, so let's go on to this make connections part. Whoops, did I notice I forgot to? There we go, forgot to put a thing in there. Okay, you can also model 68 divided by 4 using base 10 blocks. So to model 68, so they have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then they have 6 blocks here. So if you have, or no, 8 little ones. Okay, so if we have 60, then plus 8, we get 68. Okay, step 2. Share the tens equally among 4 groups with 2 tens left. Regroup 2 tens as 20, 21s. Share them equally among the 4 groups. So now we have 60, so we have 10, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you had to do that in order. You tried to make as much equal groups as you could. Okay, and then we had some left over. So 60 divided by 4 is 15 that we have left. Okay, then steps, this last one, share the 8 ones equally among the 4 groups. So 8 divided by 4 is 2. Okay, and then the part that got cut off, there we go. So 68 divided by 4, so you can go 60 divided by 4, and then 8 divided by 4 would be 15 plus 2 equals 17. So that's just another way that you could break it up as well. 60 divided by 4, figure out what that is. Okay, and then go 8 divided by 4, figure out what that is, add those 2 answers up, and then that's your answer. So that's just another way of looking at it. Alright, so let's take a look at some examples here. Model the division on the grid. So 26 divided by 2, so this is kind of what we were doing with just that last problem. Okay, so, excuse me. So this one we're going to break up the 26. So 20 divided by 2, and then we're going to have 6 divided by 2. Okay, 20 divided by 2, 2 times what is 20? So the answer for that would be 10, plus 6 divided by 2, 2 times what is 6? 3. Okay, the answer, 10 plus 3 is 13. Okay, so then we have to come down here, and we have to show it on the grid. So I'm going to break up 13 and 13 and then 2. Okay, so I'm going to go 13 across, well, I'm going to go 2 up. Okay, because this is where that's coming from. Okay, and then I'm breaking up this 26 here with this 13, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, alright, once I've got that done, then I'm going to break this 13 up into 10 and 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, shade that in. So 10 times 2 is 20. 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, and then 20, plus 6 is 26. Alright, so then, I don't know, I'll just write that over here. Okay, so that's all you have to do for those ones. Okay, let's do number 2. 45 divided by 3. Okay, so let's break up that 45. So we have 40 divided by 3, and we have 5 divided by 3. 40 divided by 3, 3 times what? 3 times, yeah, I accidentally said the answer. So that should be, hold on a second, why am I doing that? I'm doing that one wrong. I'm looking at the wrong problem on my book. Sorry guys, sorry. Okay, so this one should be 30 divided by 3, because 3 times, here I'll tell you why, because 3 times something doesn't equally go into 45. So that's where, if you want to go onto the side and go, 3 times what can get you as close as you can to 45. Okay, so 3 times 3 would be nice. So 3 times, okay, so 3 times, 15 is 15 times 3 is 45. Okay, so we're going to break up that 15. Okay, so on this one we're going to put 30 divided by 3. Okay, and on this one we're going to put 15. Wait, where did this guy go? There we go. Okay, 30 divided by 15, or by 3, and then 15 divided by 3. Okay, so 30 divided by 3 is 10. Okay, 15 divided by 3 is 5. Add those two up and you get 15, so that's where that answer came from. They just broke 30 plus 15 is 45. So like, or these ones were easier, I guess is what my brain got confused on, is because 20 plus 6 is 26. Well, that one won't necessarily work for this one. So, or I mean it probably would, but we're just going to break it down in a different way. So 30 plus 15 is 45. That's where those two numbers came from. And then you still have to divide each one of those by 3. Okay, so 45 divided by 3 is 15. So let's come down here. Okay, and let's make a 3, because we got this, and then by a 15. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 15, there we go. Okay, so then on the side I'm going to put 3. Okay, and then I'm going to have 10 and 15. Or sorry, 10 plus 5, so I get 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, and then I get my answer of 45. Okay, alright, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to do number 3 by yourself and do number 4 by yourself. Okay, then I'm going to put the answers in, and then I want you to see how you do. Then I want you to maybe just try like one of these ones to work on your own. We won't do these bottom ones, okay? Alright, for this one, I'm going to get my, so it would be 80 divided by 2 and 6 divided by 2. Okay, so 80 divided by 2 is 40. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 40 plus 3 is 43. Okay, then coming over here to check your work, 208 divided by 4. So I'm going to break that up into 200 divided by 4, and then 8 divided by 4. Okay, so 200 divided by 4 is 50, plus 8 divided by 4, which is 2. Okay, so the answer with this one would be 52. Okay, and then I'll just write the answers for these ones, but you have, whichever one that you pick, you have to show your work for that. Okay? Alright, so let's come here. We're not going to do this page. We are going to start working on homework. Okay, I want you to get some really good practice with this. So I'm going to have you do 1 through 7. And then let's just do 9 and 11. Okay, so we can cross these off. Okay, and then on the back, let's just do number 1 and maybe we'll do the last one and first one. Okay, we can exit these ones out. Okay. Alright, that's all I have for you. If there's anything else, please come talk to me and ask me questions. Otherwise, you can check out the video again. Thanks. Have a good rest of your day.